Good evening. I'll call the West Mead Township Board of Supervisors meeting for February 2024 to order. Roll call.
Jordan?
Here.
Charles?
Here.
Bover?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please note that all supervisors' public meetings are subject to public and/or private audio and video recording. Is there any public comment on agenda items? Hearing none, please note that public comment will also be received during each agenda item and at the end of the meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve the January 2nd, 2024 reorganizational and regular meeting minutes as presented in our packets. Need a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Bover?
Yes. I'll entertain a motion to accept the treasurer's report for January 2024 and approve the payment of bills in the amount of $205,866.89, subject to audit.
Make a
Can I-
motion.
For, the price, the amount is different, just because with the new program we're going to, there's an updated treasurer's, the dollar amount is.
In the amount of $223,698.57. $223,698.57.
Okay, I'll make that motion. And I'll second.
Discussion?
Just paying bills. Part of that's that pickup that we
Yes.
purchased, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Bover?
Yes. Municipal reports. Start off with Police Chief Chip Brown.
Good evening. For the month of January, we received 77 complaints and 77 of those were cleared. 12 hours was spent in the school zones with 212 hours spent on traffic watch and patrol time. 96 hours was spent in the office and doing reports.
No.
56 hours was spent on investigations. There was 1 hour spent in court. There were 24 and a half hours of miscellaneous time, which includes different hearings, meetings, transports, anything outside of the patrol. There was 12 hours spent in training. There were 26 traffic stops for the month with 4 citations being issued, 1 for speeding, 1 for stop sign, 2 for obedience to traffic control devices. There were 22 warnings issued, 5 for speeding, 2 for stop sign, 4 for faulty equipment, 2 for expired registration, 7 for inspection violations, 1 careless driving, and 1 parking. For calls for service, we assisted other police departments once. We assisted other agencies 4 times. Once we were called as a request to speak to the officer. There were 2 calls from the public. We did 1 fingerprint service. There was 1 reportable accident and 3 non-reportable accidents for the month. For investigations, there was 1 child custody issue, 1 CYS issue, 1 sexual assault, 1 drug offense investigation, 1 arrest for outstanding warrant, 1 theft by deception, 1 bad check investigation, a fraud investigation, 2 thefts, 4 domestic disturbance calls, 1 harassment, 1 stalking, 2 hit and run calls. There were 3 times we were contacted for suspicious vehicles, 4 times for suspicious persons, and 4 behavioral calls. 4 times we were called to check the welfare on persons, and 2 911 hang-up calls. There were a total of 4 arrests for the month, 2 felony arrests and 2 misdemeanor arrests. Felony arrests were for forgery and criminal attempt, and the misdemeanors were for bad checks and harassment. Total miles of all police vehicles was 3,832 miles.
Okay, any questions or comments for Chief Brown?
You guys are getting settled in?
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much, Chip. John with the road report for the month.
From January 9th to today, we actually had 16 real days of actual winter, either plowing some snow or putting some thawing agents down on the roads. We dealt with some ice storm, and that kept us out, like I said, for at least 16 days of doing winter maintenance. We had quite a few road sign repairs. When the weather gets like that, the road signs take a beating. So, and the wind also plays havoc on the signs. We had quite a bit of road sign repair. Again, and I have noted here that we had a couple of days of high winds, which kept us out addressing some tree issues and some cleanup throughout the township. Also, we have been cutting brush on the right along the berms and the right-of-ways for our 2024 paving project, which has been started on Tamarack Drive. We've also been out with a round of cold patch. We actually were out there this morning trying to patch some holes that we had found. We had been ditching and cutting brush on Crawford Street, which borders the city. And we also had some equipment repairs this last month that we had to repair some things that happened in the ice storm. And we did work with the city of Meadville and PennDOT to clean out a plugged culvert which crosses 322 from the Crawford Street drainage system. So that pretty much so tidied up our month, but the majority of it was the winter maintenance and the tree trimming.
Okay, any questions or comments for John? Moving on to Jill with the zoning report for the month of January.
We actually had no permits issued or anything for the month of January. We do have a lot in the works, I shouldn't say a lot, but a number of them in the
Good.
works.
Okay, thank you for no report. All right, moving on to the business of the meeting tonight. First item, I will entertain a motion to ratify the appointment of Carl Humes Ashbaugh as a probationary part-time police officer with the West Mead Township Police Department at the rate of $18 per hour, effective January 15th, 2024.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Any discussion? Chief Brown, want to tell us a little bit about Carl Humes Ashbaugh?
Carl's a local man, graduated from Mercyhurst in December. In January, he passed his final test. Then we there's a lot of paperwork involved when people come out of the academy. So Jill did a lot of the paperwork dealing with Harrisburg. Now we're just waiting on his the official endorsement and get his Mapotec number. He's currently in the training, so he's riding along, seeing how things are done, starting to get that under his belt, and then we'll see how things progress here, once we get his number.
Sounds good. Any other questions or comments? Any other discussion? No. Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Chartle?
Yes.
Hobart?
Yes. All right, item number 2. I'll entertain a motion to ratify resolution number 2024-8, authorizing the sale of the 2013 Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck with the plow and the spreader to Winfield Township in Butler County in the amount of $15,000, effective January 11th, 2024.
Make that motion.
Second. Discussion?
Yeah, the only thing, there was no spreader on that one, Jill. I X'd it out on mine, but it's not a big deal. I mean, basically, it was the pickup.
Oh, on here.
Yeah, I mean, we bought the thing new in 2013. It had 110,000 miles on it. And when we were talking about updating the pickup. The CoStar dealer was only willing to give us $9,000 for the truck, so Jill and I thought it was worth a shot to put the thing on the PSAT's website, and within hours, we had at least 3 calls. We had a township close by here that was interested in it, and, you know, it was first come, first serve, and, you know, Jill threw a number out there, and they didn't hesitate. They were happy to get it, and so we just did better. You know, we got 15,000 out of it with 110,000 miles on it, so I thought we did real well.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Over.
Yes. Item 3, I'll entertain a motion to ratify resolution number 2024-9, authorizing various supplemental appropriations to the 2024 budget, specifically for the purchase of a vehicle, road and fire equipment, and to offset lost revenue due to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic under the American Rescue Plan Act in the amount of $26,117.31. This resolution will amend resolutions number 2022-3, 2022-11, and 2023-3, as the remaining funds available were used towards the purchase of a 2024 Chevy Silverado 3500 HD truck from Dave Holman Chevrolet for the road department under the PA CoStar's contract. And this will also expend all ARPA funds left available as per the 2024 budget, and the account with Erie Bank will be closed. Anyone want to make that motion? I will.
Oh, second.
And discussion.
The only thing I'd like to say is that when it comes to equipment purchases, you know, we work together here. And Mike actually took the time to run to Holman's and found this truck, and it's different than what we've had, but I think it's going to be a better thing for us because we'll be able to have tools more readily available on that particular truck at any given time, and especially for the winter months for myself, if there's an issue, you know, and I have the truck available for, you know, the time that I have through the winter, you know, I may have that tool right in that truck where it can be handled quicker than having to just run in here and figure out what tools you need and then go. You know, you can go to the scene and possibly have the tool right on the truck. So it's just going to take a little bit of getting used to. It's different. It's got a lot of space. I mean, to carry chainsaws and tools and road sign repair type stuff. So we're real slow at getting the thing uplifted to, you know, have to have the right tool on the truck. We bought a sledgehammer and that kind of stuff. So it's different, but I think it's going to be handy. I really do. The guys are, you know, they're utilizing the truck as well. So I just want everybody to know it's not just one person's decision here on what we do.
Well, it's not just a pickup truck with a pickup truck bed, it has a utility box on the back.
Right.
It does have some compartmentation.
Right.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Over.
Yes. Item 4, I'll entertain a motion to ratify resolution number 2024-10, authorizing the use of $53,093.69 from the Capital Reserve Interest Fund to be used towards the purchase of a 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD truck from Dave Holman Chevrolet under the PA CoStar's contract. And these funds, along with the ARPA funds previously approved, total the purchase amount of $79,211 as per the 2024 budget.
Make that motion.
And I'll second.
Any discussion?
It's just the final purchase price of the truck and how we did it. You know, 26,000 of it being ARPA, and the remainder was the capital reserve, right?
It wasn't from the capital reserve fund, it was from the capital
Interest fund.
reserve interest fund. So,
Okay, right.
yep, just so we don't have to do like sometimes we say we borrow from ourselves.
Yes.
This is actually, doesn't have to be paid back, because this is
Right.
the interest money that we make use of.
So in what you did with the other income from the sale of the other truck, you just put that in the general?
Exactly, yep, that'll
Right.
go, because with the road work,
Right.
we're gonna have a lot of expenses there, so.
Right.
Okay, roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Bovard?
Yes. Item number 5 concerns Township Cleanup Day. It has been set for Saturday, May 18th, 2024, from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Crawford County Fairgrounds. And at this time, I'll entertain a motion to authorize the secretary to obtain quotes and to ratify the chairman to sign the agreement with the Crawford County Commissioners to use the fairgrounds.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Jill, have you researched, are there any more vendors out there? Because that's getting kind of a skinny area where you don't have that many to choose from.
We have, I just looked at the list this morning, there's 7 because of some of the ones from Erie, but some of them we never hear from.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right.
So, yeah, it may be less this year, but we'll see.
But I was
We send them
impressed.
out to everybody and then we'll see what we get back.
I mean, I was nervous at first, but I was impressed how we were taken good care of last year.
I would agree, they did
Yeah,
a good job.
I mean, they were on the ball. So, and they've got good equipment too, and that makes a difference.
I think it'll be probably the same this year, like no electronic,
Oh, yeah.
but we'll investigate and see what we come up with.
Okay, any other discussion? No. Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Bovard?
Yes. Item 6, we're going to exonerate the tax collector. Due to the removal of non-resident and deceased individuals from the per capita tax rolls and adjustments in assessed value of real estate.
So moved.
So I'll entertain a motion to exonerate tax collector Janet Peters in the amount of $0 for real estate taxes and $415 for per capita taxes.
Make that motion.
Yep, and I'll make that a second.
And discussion, this is a motion we make on an annual basis.
Yes.
Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Bovard?
Yes. Item number 7 is considering signing a 5-year agility agreement with PennDOT. So, discussion, John.
Basically, this is some of the things that we do as a trade-off with PennDOT. It's always been, the majority of it was line painting in the past, and a lot of it now has been detoured over toward millings and stuff like that. It's just probably a pretty good program to have in place, because we can get things that we can't afford to purchase for mowing. I know there's a few things that are coming, I believe, down the line, but a little too early to publicly say it, But this is just a trade program is what it is.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles?
Yes.
Bovard?
Yes. Oh, need to entertain. I didn't,
You need to motion.
that was the
I'll
discussion.
make the motion.
Mike, yep. I'll second.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2024-11, authorizing the chairman to sign the agreement. Mike made the motion, John seconded. Roll call.
Jordan?
Yes.
Charles? Bovard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jumped ahead a little bit. Oh, long agenda tonight. Item 8. I'll entertain a motion to enter into a salt contract participation agreement with the State Co-Stars Program for 1,000 tons of road salt for the 2024-2025 winter season.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
That's
Is
just.
that going to be enough?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's more than enough, to tell you the truth, but we actually cut that number down from years ago. I think it was.
It was 1,500.
1,500 at one time, and that's an overabundant amount, but 1,000, we seem to be doing fine, as long as we keep these winters. you know?
Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Chartle?
Yes.
Bovard?
Yes. Item 9, entertain a motion to authorize joint road work bidding with various municipalities for 2024 for various paving and seal coat road projects.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Discussion.
We've actually had one meeting so far, and I know that there was actually quite a few people in that meeting. And a lot of it, there were a lot of people there that were just trying to gain knowledge as to what we do and how we do it. But we're all trying to seek the better price if we can. And it's pretty difficult lately because of the cost of oil and blacktop and concrete and everything that you need to keep places like this functioning. But hopefully, we have some meetings coming, and we have a pre-bid coming up here before too long. So, and again, it's just stuff that we do annually to, you know, that the paving for that particular year.
Just trying to keep the cost down,
Yeah.
more the merrier. Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Chartle?
Yes.
Bovard?
Yes. And item number 10, I'll entertain a motion to authorize the secretary to obtain quotes for anti-skid and aggregate materials under the state contract.
Make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
It's just an annual thing that we also do for, you know, their winter anti-skid and for our summer aggregate materials that we use throughout the township to, you know, maybe be putting in pipes or berm repair or, you know, a number of things that we use different materials for. Seal coat work.
Roll call?
Jordan?
Yes.
Chartle?
Yes.
Bovard?
Yes. Okay, we're going to wrap up with a few notes here tonight. The first note, a donation of $2,500 was received from Supports, Inc. out on Star Route to be used towards the fence, the ball field, and the parking area upgrades at Oak Grove Park. We also received a $5,000 donation from the ARC of Crawford County to be used towards the fence, the ball field, and the parking area upgrades at Oak Grove Park. Next note, a solar amendment to the West Mead Township zoning ordinance will be advertised for consideration of adoption by the Board of Supervisors at a future regular meeting. And then the final note, PennDOT's going on a diet, apparently. Survey work has begun on behalf of PennDOT as they will be undertaking a road diet on the French Creek Parkway from Spring Street to Baldwin Street Extension in 2024. And I've been told that means they're going from the 4 lanes down to the 2 lanes, and they call that a diet. Road intersections will be improved. A trail system will be installed using the remaining 2-lane highway area. And additional information on the proposed plans can be seen at the Township Building or by contacting PennDOT directly. So,
Hey, Jill, have we ever heard who exactly is gonna maintain this trail after it is put out for public use? Who's gonna maintain this thing?
I don't know the final details, but the.
I mean, the meetings that we had and stuff, I never heard who was gonna maintain.
Right, and I'm not sure it's finalized yet, but there was talk of the people, the Friends of the Ernst Trail System are potentially going to want to be involved with this.
Do they rely on tax dollar donations to help with that? Maintenance?
I don't know if it's tax dollar donations, but it would be
They get grants.
assistance and funding,
Grants and
private donations. And we're still, this is all a work in progress. It's
Right.
just a lot of people have been asking us because they're seeing survey markers out there.
Right.
So I wanted to at least let people know what's going on. And you can certainly call PennDOT, or we have some of the drawings and some of the things here. We're not in the driver's seat because it's PennDOT's project, but at least we want to make people aware of it.
a fair amount of it's in the township.
Yes.
The vast majority of
Mhm.
them.
So,
Great. Any public comment? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and move on to supervisors' final comments.
I
Mike,
have none tonight. Come on, spring.
yeah.
John?
The only thing I have is, again, to let people know that, we've sent notices out to our residents. If you didn't get a notice, then call in, and either one of the girls can explain to you what we're doing on Tamarack. We're trying to daylight that road to get light on the road before we spend a lot of money to pave it. And our potential paving project this year tentatively is Tamarack Drive, Shore Drive, and Phelps Hill. Now, we did agree not to go beyond Phelps, right, Mike?
Yeah. I think that'll,
No, yeah, it's pretty good shape yet. And
well, I think our money's gonna,
well, we're gonna run out.
we're gonna run out of money.
I don't
I'd like to
disagree.
do the whole thing if we could, but wow.
Yeah. The only other thing is I had Joe put on a little extra there at, on Williamson Road where our township line is. And again, this is just a,
Wish list.
it's an extra, and whether or not, and the numbers depend. And that was a scratch leveling on Williamson Road from the township line to Stauffer Road.
That section in there.
Yeah, because it's
That's pretty
it's
bad.
real
It
bad.
is, yeah.
And we've been out there numerous times trying to patch stuff, and basically you're just getting the tops of the asphalt's what's coming off, and the membrane, it's gone. It's past its life expectancy. So hopefully, we can
Yeah.
incorporate that in there as well.
Just so everybody knows, when you say the township line, you're talking about where PennDOT's portion of
Correct.
Williamson ends and the township portion starts, which is between DeVore Road and Tamarack Drive.
It is,
About halfway in
Yes.
between.
Yes.
yes.
So we're not talking about the East Fairfield, West Mead Township line, we're
No.
talking about much closer.
Closer to Meadville.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's only a short stretch, what, half mile, three-quarters of a mile
Yes.
maybe?
Well, to Stauffer,
Yeah,
it's 2,175 feet.
so not even half a mile.
Right.
Less than half a mile.
And I did the calculation on the blacktop, and it's a fair amount, even at a scratch.
We'll do it
I
as
think
an
it's
option.
200, yeah,
on
as an
the-
option. I think it'd come up to 271 ton is what it come up to. So that's a fair amount. I don't know whether we're gonna be able to do it or not. But everything's subject to change. And again, we've got a lot of work ahead of us to get Tamarack ready. And most of the residents have been very accommodating, they really have. And, there's a fair amount of wood that we're giving to the residents. And, so the wood's not going to waste, it's not being thrown over the bank. We're trying to chip up as much as we can. So anyways, that's my 2 cents for the night.
All right. I don't have any comments tonight, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn to resume the public study session and then follow that up with an executive session for
Personnel and litigation matters?
personnel and litigation matters. Anyone want to make that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Gordon?
Maybe I should.
Roll call?
I mean, no.
Yes.
Yes,
Turtle?
yes.
Bogart?
Yes. Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening and happy Valentine's Day.